All
totally
right, well,
fine.
welcome. I'm Sheena, and this is my amazing friend Mishelle, and this is the True North Club. And
Welcome.
so, the True North Club, it was born just out of, when I started North Kinder, I knew that I always actually wanted to do my own business or do something actually fashion. I love fashion.
Me
Are you
too.
excited for the Devil Wears Prada 2, Michelle? Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Yes. Do
Do
we
we
need to
need to
go
do
meet somewhere in the middle between Texas and Canada and watch it together?
I think so. And do like a live watch party. Oh, we could do a live watch party for the Devil Wears
A
Prada
live
1.
watch party.
I love
Sheena,
with
you
the
know
devil.
you're talking to class of 2000 best dressed over here.
Are you best dressed? Of
Yes.
course you are.
Yes. Yes. I
See,
love fashion. I love shopping. I love retail.
for
This is
those
why.
who okay, so in Canada, this is the one thing that I'm always jealous of when you watch those movies from the US and the high school and they have the prom and the homecoming and all of those cool things. We don't do any of that. We literally have one graduation, one rinky dink prom. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm talking about my high school. It was all right, and it was a big high school.
Interesting.
But like
Why, I
best
wonder?
dressed, class comedian, all of those
None
fun
of
things,
that?
most
No
likely to
superlatives?
succeed. Nothing, nothing. It's
Oh,
like, hey,
sad.
see you. Here's your paper. Go to university. See you later. So I've always been jealous of that because, yeah, best dressed,
Okay, well, we're gonna have to
100%.
give you a superlative by the end of this, Sheena. By the end of our series, I will award you a superlative.
Oh, thank you. It's so good. Oh, I love it. And just like, wouldn't it be fun to wear a crown? There's just so much because I love the royal family. If you know my kids' names, it's Royal and Pippa. And Pippa, that's Kate
Yeah.
Middleton's sister's name. That's where we got it from. So the whole thing, the crown, the glitz, the glamour, it's just who I am. Or it's who I am now, anyways. I love it, the clothing end of things. Oh, that's so fun. So you're best dressed, Michelle. Look
Yes.
at
Mhm.
you.
Who knew?
And if anybody watches The Devil Wears Prada, I have to tell you, the outfits, they're still amazing. They're still good. Like all of them, you could almost wear
Oh,
all of
yeah.
them. Like they stand up. Yeah, they did not age themselves out whatsoever. Okay, I love that. We're definitely going to have to do something like that. Oh, the True North Club, it was start out of because when I started North Kinder, it was super intimidating. It was, okay, well, what do I do? I have this really good day job. Actually, I was a school teacher. I taught math and science in Canada. Being a teacher is an amazing job. You actually get paid quite well. There's great health benefits. You
That's
get a
awesome.
retirement plan. Like
Okay.
it's pretty solid. Like it's a great
Wow.
profession. So I even remember when I was going to retire, quote unquote, I actually had to go hand in my retirement papers. Even like the last step, the person at the desk was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And I was like, I don't know.
You're like, no, but here I
like
go.
like are you yeah, like do you know what you're actually passing up? And I just knew I had this like deep desire to start something new. I always wanted to have my own business. I didn't know what that would look like. Even out of high school, I looked into going to, business school, but a lot of it was, oh, to be an accountant or to work at a bank. And I'm like, oh, that's not really what I
Yeah.
envisioned business to be. And fast forward to where we are now. The business landscape and the things that you can do is limitless. And there's just so much more opportunity. And so,
And freedom of time and how you want to live your life. I have a friend
100%.
who has started a business, and I've just been able to watch her beautiful progression of how she's just built her life around her life. And I told
Yes.
her that, and she was like, "Oh, you've just put it right. You said it exactly how I've done it. I built my life around my life." And it's just so beautiful to watch it unfold. So, anyways, I love business ownership also.
It's so good. And when you can make it successful, it's
Yeah.
even more, just so much sweeter cherry on top. And so fast forwarding now to, 10 years of doing North Kinder and taking that jump. And, when I first started, it was a small step. It was like, okay, well, what could I sell right now? Could I sell 100 of these things? Is this something that the market wants? Is this what it looks like? And I didn't even know that advice. It was actually my husband who is in a business, a
Hmm.
family business, and he was like, "Well, just start small. Is there one thing that you can make that everybody likes? Could you sell?" He said, "He's like, could you sell 100 of these?" I'm like, "Okay." So that's how you test the market. So there was always the steps were made on my journey, and then the language I think was added after for me. And we talked about
Yeah.
it in the live. You said, "Sheena, you had a great mindset." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I didn't feel like that. It felt like chaos." at all times, lack of sleep, delusion, because my kids, I had a newborn baby who did not sleep well. And I thought,
Oh,
oh, business
wow.
is easy. You could do this. It was like total delusion. Thank goodness, or I never would have started it. That it was a naive little Sheena that didn't know, but just she had this desire in her heart. And so
Yeah.
I just have that push. And I know you do too, Mishelle, with anybody that joins the community. Everybody has that gift that God has given them. And sometimes we don't know how to use it or how to unlock it. And that gift can kind of be stuck on the inside. And we're
Hmm.
here to show people or to unlock that gift so they can actually share it. And we had talked the other day, Mishelle, about that gift, that satisfaction comes when you share your gift, when you just don't keep it for yourself. A gift is meant to be given, right?
Right. Right. And that's your impact. And I think that's where true success comes in when you're doing something greater than yourself and you can give back and contribute on a higher level. And sometimes we were also talking about this earlier, there's that tension where you have this gift, you want to give it. And when you don't know how to do that, or if you're not clear about how to bring that forward, it can feel almost like a detriment or a draining energy
Yeah.
because you feel stuck, and that's where that stuck emotion comes, and where you start to feel unhappy and dissatisfied with life because there's something empty and missing inside, and it's coming from you unable to unlock yourself and to project forward with that gift.
Do you find that like with the clients that even you work with or the seminars that you go to, is that like the common theme where it's like that dissatisfaction or you said emptiness? Like we're like,
Yeah.
ah, is that
Yes, I will say
yeah.
it's a common theme. Even with clients that come work with me, it always starts with something's missing, or I know that there's this challenge and I know I can do more, be more. But
Mhm.
there's always that tension. There's always that point of tension for them. And it's really just about how to show them how to grow. Where I see people feeling stuck or when that feeling starts to arise, it's because they're not growing. You're not
Okay.
growing and you're not working towards your goals. And if you're not, and this is a Tony Robbins thing, but if you're not growing, you're dying. And it's so true. If you're not growing, what's the opposite of that? Then what are you doing? You're just dying. It's just not going anywhere. And that
Mhm.
slow death is where that emptiness starts to come and where you start to feel that dead inside feeling, where you're just going through the motions, you're on
Yeah.
autopilot, you're picking up the kids, you're doing all the chores, you're
Yeah.
running from next thing to the next thing. There's no time to think throughout the
Mhm.
day to even process and give yourself space to think about what it is. You just feel it. You
Yeah.
feel it. You don't know where it's coming from, and there's no time to process it. So then you just go back the next day and start back over. It's like Groundhog's Day.
Just having that pattern interrupt, like just doing
Yes.
something different that's just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. That just
Yeah.
shakes the foundation because you can just go through the motions. And definitely, I think
So
we've all
easy to
been
do it. Yeah, it's
guilty
so
of
easy to
that.
do that. It's there's it 95% of your thoughts are all subconscious. Like all your behaviors, your patterns are all subconscious, which is wild to think about. 95%. That means only
Wow.
5% of what you are thinking and doing is a conscious effort.
Mhm.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
It's
Oh, man.
crazy, but your brain is processing so much, and for you to function as a human, things have to go on autopilot. Like your hand, like
Yeah.
your body just needs to know that my hand can move, and I don't have to think about that.
Mhm.
Or the scariest thing, or the most aware I've been about the subconscious and conscious, is one time I consciously made a decision that I was going to leave this meeting and drive home and not go back to work. Right? I made this conscious choice in my head. I said, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to leave this meeting and
Okay.
I'm going to drive home. Do you know where I drove home, where I drove to? I drove to work. I drove to work. And I got there and I didn't even realize what was going on until I got there. And I was like, what am I doing here at the silos? Why are these here in my face? Like, I couldn't believe it. But that's
That's
the
crazy.
power of your subconscious. And so that's a big reason why today the first call, what we're going to be talking about is awareness, because that's the first step, is giving
Wow.
yourself space to become aware. Start bringing those things that are subconscious to the conscious forefront so you can start to
Mhm.
make new choices.
I think we've all done that, not to the extent of equating home and work. Ooh, that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. But where we've driven home and we're like, how did we get here? Was there traffic? We're like, I don't even
Yeah.
remember. All of a sudden I pulled into my garage and I don't remember the last 15 minutes of where I was going.
Where you were
Um,
going. Yeah. And that was your body on autopilot. And think about all the other ways your body just goes into autopilot.
mhm. Did
Why?
I make dinner? What did I do? What did I yeah, yeah, that's crazy. I say, "Did I make dinner?" Pff, Derek
Well,
makes
but you,
dinner.
you're like,
I
well,
don't
I
make
think I made
dinner.
dinner.
I'm being transparent here. Love you, babe. You're the best. He's the creative. He likes to cook. So, pass those. Hey, ladies, get that hubby to cook. He's probably really good at cooking. Or maybe he's not. Who knows?
Maybe he's
I
not,
love
but
it.
still give him a chance. Let him step up.
So, when we started the community, you had said something to me that actually I've never even heard about. And it's probably something that you use a lot in your profession, which is the
Hmm.
wheel of life and
Yeah.
why it's such a powerful tool. And when you shared it with me, I'm like, yes, this all makes sense. And one thing before you dive into the wheel of life
Yeah.
is um lots of people they like to say, oh, balance and creating balance. I've never actually fully bought into that. And here's why. I think that different areas of your life demand more attention at different times. So especially when your kids are small, they're going to demand more attention when they're off to college or out of the house. And so it can't every part of your life can't carry equal weight. It depends on what what time you're in. So tell me about the wheel of life
That's
because this is
right.
new information for me. So I'm assuming this is new information for everybody out there too.
Yeah, it's such a great tool, and I'll get to it in a second. I just want to say something about balance too, because I agree 100%. I don't think balance is ever achievable. You can be balancing, but to achieve a state of balance, I think is a target that is unattainable. And when we strive for that, we're always going to feel like a shortcoming because we're never going to have this perfect balance in every
Yeah.
area of our life. I have a little tool or a toy, and it's called a gyroscope that my teacher sent to me to remind me. And it just like is a constant wheel and it moves and it balances on its one little leg, but it only does that by spinning and it's constantly in motion and in flux. And that's how it stays standing. And
Hmm.
it's such a great metaphor for our lives. Like we have to constantly be in flux and moving in order to feel like we have this sense of balance. But
Yeah.
it doesn't mean everything is equal at all points. It means this
Hmm.
side needs to move and this side needs to move
Yeah.
and that's how that balance has occurred. But it's just this reminder and beauty of like that it comes through movement and seasons. And that's why the wheel of life is such a great tool because what it is just a circle. And if you join the community, we'll give you this tool. But it is
Hmm.
just a wheel. It's just a wheel, and it just breaks out all the components of your life,
Hmm.
which is social, career, financial, spiritual, physical, personal development, family, and social. And it's a place for you to take a pause, peel back, take an eagle eye view, and really look at all areas of your life and
Hmm.
almost give yourself an assessment. How fulfilled do I feel in these areas, or which areas need more attention? And
Yeah.
it's just a great visual to show you maybe where it's starting to feel, where you've known that it's been feeling like it's lacking, but now you can see
Hmm.
it in a visual and
Hmm.
now you can focus on it.
Love everything you say. Oh, this is so good. I know for a lot of people, like this community, who is this community for? Like, is this like who would you say is the best kind of candidate to join the club?
I think
Or is that
I think
too much of
anyone
a
who is out there, any woman out there who is going through the motions, feeling stuck, knows there's more, knows she wants more, knows she can give more, but doesn't know where to start.
mean to interject there? Because
No,
you
go
said
ahead,
you
interject. This is
said,
the
yeah,
beauty.
no, you said awareness is the first step. And so for someone that does like, they have that internal friction.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tell
but
me,
don't know
tell
what
me a
it
bit.
is. Yeah, so even just someone who feels lost, someone who feels disconnected, someone who's ready to take a next step, or it could be someone who's ready to take a next step but doesn't know how to take the next step.
Yeah.
So you could be anywhere on that spectrum. You could just be early in the spectrum where I just am feeling this dead inside feeling. I don't know where it's coming from.
Mhm.
Or you could be a little bit further along where I have a little bit of clarity, but I don't know how to get to where I want to go. And what's that
Yeah.
next step? And that's a great place to start too.
I have another question for you because I love this wheel of life. What are
Okay.
some patterns that people notice? Like once they actually go through the wheel of life, like
Yeah.
what's the biggest feedback you've seen, or like a surprising, just a surprising revelation that people find out about themselves after
I
doing the
think,
wheel of life?
yeah, I mean, it's different for everybody, but I think for the most part, it almost is like you go through the process and it just puts words and visuals to what you've been feeling.
Hmm.
So you can just start to notice that, okay, yeah, I know I've needed to focus on my physical, but I didn't realize how much I've been deprioritizing it until I saw all my other pieces of my
I see.
pie and how
Yeah.
much I spend on that and how fulfilled I feel there. It really just like highlights
Hmm.
the area that needs focus. And so what I see a lot is that um, people are, sort of dragging in that career when they're starting to feel this like sense of drag. It's like their career is not matching. And maybe they spend a lot of time with their family, but their career is down at the bottom.
Hmm.
And so, like, how do we align career and like their family life is thriving, but like they're where they're working is not thriving. So how do I bring those two together and build your life around your life and get
Yeah.
to a place where I'm just as fulfilled working on my career as I am in my family life? And
I
then
think it's
from
usually the
there, it's
opposite. People are focused on career, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden they're missing the hockey games or the soccer tournaments, and
yes,
they
that
don't even
too.
realize, like, they get to the end of the season, they're like, "Whoa, my kid's in the semifinals already? Like, what happened?" Like, I kept thinking, I'll go to the next game. I'll go to the next game. I think for me or the people that I know, it is I think it is pretty easy to prioritize career because you're like, I have to provide for my family. So it's interesting that you did, like,
Oh,
that you said that,
yes.
because I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes family, like, it'll always be there. It's always something that we can pick up later. So it's almost like shining one of those
A
great
light.
camping flashlights,
Yeah.
the ones that go into outer
Yeah.
space. We have one of those. It's a fantastic. It's like really shining a spotlight on, whoa, okay, I didn't even, going back to autopilot, I didn't even realize, because in my
Yes. How
heart,
much I
I,
let this
I
area
love
go.
my family. They are a priority to me. Like, what I actually would verbalize that. Oh, of course my family's a priority, but your actions are actually showing something different. So I think
Hmm.
once you actually do take that time, and you don't have to take a lot of time. You just gotta do the wheel of life and talk with
Yeah, it's
us. And
not a lot of time.
it's not a lot of time. It's not this big, 6-month commitment to figure out where the leaks are. So,
Exactly.
um,
And it's just taking time to pause. Yeah, and exactly, just like you said, looking for where those leaks are. Where are you leaking your energy
I
and
stole
where
that from you. You said that the other day. I didn't say it. It wasn't me. I
That's
did not
okay.
come up with that one. I
That's
stole it
okay.
from you,
You can
Mishelle.
use it. But just knowing where those leaks are so you can plug them and fill
Mhm.
your time where you want to. And I think it's just really about living your life with intentionality. We can go through life if we're on autopilot. Life is going to happen tomorrow. You're going to wake
Mhm.
up, the
Yep.
world is going to, like, I just keep thinking as the world turns, we're the little sand in the days of our lives,
Yes.
just like time is moving, the world is moving, life is going to happen whether you make the conscious choice about how you're creating your life or whether you're just taking life as it comes at you.
Mhm.
That's what the power of awareness and getting clear so that you can have those intentional choices and move towards the life that you want.
Yeah. I'll tell you a little story here, because I would always, this is actually something I've done where I'm like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll make it a
Uh-huh.
priority later.
Anybody
Um,
else? Yes.
Yeah, and we think that later there's gonna be some magical moment where the fireworks go off and we're like, "It's now. Now's my time where I make that change." And it's really not. It's the small, tiny daily changes. And trust me, I'm preaching to the choir, sister. Like, I'm working on making those small daily habits and small daily changes to get you where you wanna go. I
Yeah.
had a situation where this was honestly maybe 7 years ago, and yeah, my kids are both small, and I did need to start making health a priority, and I just had just lots of aches and pains in my body, and nothing severely medical, but just from not really taking care of myself, not sleeping enough,
Hmm.
probably not hydrating, probably not doing those things. I kept being like, "Oh yeah, but I just, I'm a busy mom. I'll get to it later." And it got to a point where I felt like I couldn't even get out of bed anymore because my body is in so much pain. And I had to get to that point where I'm like, I cannot live one more day like this.
Yeah. Right.
Like
The pain was too much. You had to
I
change.
I have to change. Like I can't even make it one more day. Just in the same situation on the same hamster wheel, the pain in my back, my neck, just like from also like inactivity, I'm like, I cannot go one more day like this. And unfortunately, it was like a breaking point moment for me to say, okay, what are the steps? What's going to actually help me feel better? What do I need to go to physio, massage? What exercises and stretches do I need to do to get me to where I need to go? And I don't want that for people out there where they have to get to a breaking point, whether it's health, financially, relationally, until it can sometimes be too late. Right. And
It
I don't want to
can.
put like
Yeah.
the fear into people, but you can let it like slip away and it can be a lot harder road to go back to where you ideally want to be.
Or you could lose a lot before you get
Yeah.
to that place. Like you said, yeah, there's a lot on the line for sure.
Yeah.
Because it could be too late, meaning maybe you put your relationships on the back burner for so long that now that relationship is unsalvageable. And
Yeah.
so not waiting till it gets to that point to feel so in pain that you almost don't have a chance to rebuild it. I mean, you could rebuild it a different direction. I mean, it's not the
Yeah.
end of the world, but at least that one thing that you really wanted and prioritized is now gone. And that's definitely a risk for sure.
So once people they complete the wheel of life and they
Mhm.
see where those blind spots are, like what would be the next step for those people?
I think the
Like
next
instead of
step
just like
after
filling
that.
it out and being like, okay, yeah, I got to make my health better and then just leave it alone.
Well, I think that's Sheena, that's where you come in. But I think it's about,
Mhm.
okay, now you've got this map of
Mhm.
where you have the gaps or the leaks in your life. Then it's coming up with an action plan. And what
Yeah.
are those small daily habits that will help get your physical aspect up a little bit more or whatever
Mhm.
area it is that you want to focus on, and we will help you build that action plan because it's about
Mhm.
the small tiny actions. Like you said, it's about becoming 1% better
Mhm.
and continuing to just build on your momentum, because sometimes change is a lot and scary and hard.
Yeah.
And I've actually done a lot of change where I just like ripped off the band-aid and totally started my life over.
Mhm.
And I don't recommend it. I mean, it's a bigger step, but that was more my
Yeah.
style. I was like, you know what? This isn't working for me. I'm ripping it off like a band. I'm changing everything all at once. Um,
I'm getting a new wardrobe. That's
yeah,
it.
just like it's all going away. It's all going. I want
Capsule
to go away
collection.
from it
Here we
all.
come. Sorry, I
But
make
yeah,
it lighthearted when it gets intense. It's
yeah,
because
you want to make
maybe that's
yourself.
my toxic trait. I'm sorry.
What's your toxic trait?
I said maybe I go to being lighthearted when it gets intense. I shouldn't do
Oh
that.
yeah, that's
You're like
good.
bearing your
You need
soul to
comic
me, and I'm like,
relief.
like I'm not good at being vulnerable, Michelle. Something you
Yes.
can help
Okay.
me with.
But yeah, so just having the next step after getting clarity is
Mhm.
building your action plan. What can you
Yeah.
commit to? And we'll help you with that.
All of this is so good. Give me some like success stories. So the clients that you've worked with, like once they found that gap or that leak and
Mhm.
you've talked them through, what have you seen? Like what are some common testimonials of people that really decided, I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to be intentional about this. I want to live the life that I've always dreamed of, and I'm going to
Yeah.
do those steps. So give us some.
The bigger ones that I've been a part of or what I've supported people through are career changes.
Mhm.
That's what it really comes down to is big, massive career changes that and stepping out into the future in faith and relying on their new knowledge of themselves and getting clarity on values and aligning their choices with those values and being able to say, okay, I'm doing this thing that I was afraid of for so long. I'm now
Mhm.
going to go out and do that. Or even it can be as simple things like I'm going to start really intentionally celebrating and spending time with my partner, whether that's my
Mhm.
wife, my husband, and just really like investing in that relationship and letting it flourish. So both of those things were the bigger two ones, like whether it's a big investment into a relationship, whether it's a spouse or a friendship or having a huge career shift. But
Mhm.
either way, what I've seen from people is that they're more alive, living fully,
Mhm.
and most importantly, sharing their gift.
Yeah. Well, you had said there, you said aligning their values with their choices. I think
Yeah.
that, oh, I'm going to sit on that one for a little bit because it's true. I think we believe that we value something, but we're not necessarily making those daily actions or daily choices that align with our value system.
Hmm.
And that could be creating the internal friction too. Is I'm
It
doing
could.
this thing, but it's not really
Yep. Yeah.
it's
Or
like
like I
rubbing
have this job,
sandpaper.
it
Yeah.
gives me money and it's
Yes.
providing for my family. But when
Which
it
is a
comes
great
to,
thing. Don't get me
which is
wrong. That is yes.
absolutely, and there's a purpose and a place for that.
Mhm.
And when you go to work every day, it's a rub against your value system. I mean, you can imagine the
Mhm.
dissatisfaction that comes from that
Yeah.
over
No, I
time.
hear
Yeah.
you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. Oh, Mishelle, I'm just so excited for everybody that's going to join this community. They're going to just get a major level up on their life. And honestly, this club, it's for me too. I want to be with
Me
like-minded
too.
people. I want to be with people that are ready to make that shift. And the clients that I work with, and also Derek, just on the business end of things, it's what you said before, looking at bird's eye view. Even just some small changes. When I started business, again, I didn't know what I didn't know. And it
Hmm.
does take somebody to look at it and say, "Oh, I remember the first big, massive revelation. I went to a business conference, and actually, it's Joanna Griffiths. She's the founder of Nix. Um, if you've heard of it,
What is
she's
that?
it,
Nix, like Nix or mix with an N?
KNIX, and so it's apparel like undergarments for women that have like even incontinence or bladder leakage, or
Oh,
also like
yes. Okay, I do
period
know it.
underwear, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it.
So she's right now doing a feature on the Canadian Shark Tank. It's called Dragon's Den. And so she
Cool.
actually pitched on Dragon's Den, I think
Oh,
over
neat.
10 years ago. And now
Uh-huh.
she's a dragon. So I think they're calling them legacy dragons. So it's super cool. And so this is, maybe 6, 7 years ago. I went to a business conference. She was one of the speakers, and I talked to her after and I said, "Hey, you know what? I've been doing, this with North Kinder, and I've been selling and wholesaling to other businesses." And she just said, "Hey, you know what? Have you ever tried this marketing thing?" And I was like, "No, I've never tried that." And I implemented that, and my business, it was climbing. It just skyrocketed. And so all it
Incredible.
took was that connection with a serious person to give you that one little tidbit, that one little missing ingredient at that time, right? There's lots of ingredients that go into it
So many.
that that really was something I didn't even know about. So for anybody coming
And you
in, and
wouldn't have known about it had you not
I
connected with
would
her.
not have known about it.
It's the connections. Connections is such a
Yes.
huge piece of that success story. Yeah.
Just getting in there and just, "Hey, Sheena, hey, Mishelle, what's that thing?" Or just having even a conversation with us, and we'll be able to kind of pinpoint that and get you to the next level. So yeah, we're so glad that y'all could join us today. I'll put on my Texas accent, or for joining us today. We're so excited for the True North Club. We're going to be live again next Friday. And if you've missed this, you can go, we'll put this up on YouTube as well, and join the club, True North Club. You go to my link in bio, also Michelle's link in bio. You can
Mhm.
follow me on Instagram at North Kinder, or North Kinder Media, and it'll show up right there in the bio. And Mishelle, where can we find you to get to the community and
You
so
can
people can
find
follow along with
the
you?
link in my bio over at the Mishfit with an S. So Mishfit. And you can follow me there and then find the community right there in my link in the bio too.
What are we going to talk about next week, Mishelle?
Oh, that's right. Okay, what are we talking about next week? Next week is all about mindset. And we've
Mhm.
talked a lot about mindset today, a little bit, and we're going to dig into that and the belief structure and what is that narrative that's creating your reality because we see the world as we are, not as it is. So let that sink in for a minute. We see the world as we are, not as it is. Wow. So we might
Wow.
just shake up your whole reality on the next call.
Well, you see those people that are deliriously happy, and you're like, "Oh, how are they so happy?" Well, it's because
And I think we're having a special guest, right, Sheena?
yes, our special guest is he's a mindset ninja too. So, all
Great.
right. Well, this has been fantastic, and I can't wait to chat more with you, Mishelle, and I can't wait to see more people in the club.
Me too.
So, okay. All right. Okay, bye for now.